Okay, here we are. Let's do some quick 10-minute races in ACC. I've done a few setups for these things to kind of prep so I don't have to do lap after lap after lap trying to adjust the tire pressure and whatnot, which is dull AF to watch. So let's just get in and do some races with some setups that I've got. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. So just a heads up. If the stream suddenly shits the bed, that's game crash. Because when the game crashes, the stream crashes. It's not my internet, because my internet's pretty heckin' good. Alright. Single player. Brands Hatch. We're taking the Porsche. And it's just going to be a 10-minute race with the opponent skill is just cranked way down to like 86%. Because I'm going to be starting in 15th place and trying to see if in 10 minutes, which is usually about 6-7 laps, if I can come all the way to the front in 6 or 7 laps. Which sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. We're at 75% damage rate. Fuck it, let's go for 100% damage rate. Because why not? Let's do it. Okay, let's load my setup. Hopefully enough. Yeah, that's plenty of fuel.
Going double file.
Get some heat in those brakes and tires.
Green light. Hello again. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Alright, not a bad start. Got to really take advantage of lap 1 here because the AI is kind of terrible in traffic. No matter the difficulty setting.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I feel like they're especially timid on cold tires. Because they're definitely not this easy to pass once the race gets underway. That final corner is a bit tricky. A lot of Brands Hatch is really tricky, to be honest with you. It's super bumpy too. And then the car is stiffly sprung as the Porsche here. Bumps are kind of your nemesis.
Car on the left.
Bumps and over rotation.
Clear on the left.
Although I did not expect to be doing this well. Now that I've said that, I'm absolutely going to crash in like the next 5 corners somewhere. Well, I went off. So that's a start. Get those tires real dirty so they don't hook up here in Clark Corner. Is this where I crashed? Nope. I did 4-wheel drift right over the crest in the middle of that corner. That's one of the things that makes that corner so tricky.
The fastest step so far.
Is the track surface just sort of falls. Ooh, speaking of track surface falling away from you. Track falls away, and proportionally, so does the grip. Alright. Just focus and quit trying to slide this effing thing. I got a lot of time to catch up from all those mistakes. There it goes. I knew it was coming. Of course, the smart play would be to hop on here and warm up before I start the live stream, but I kind of prefer it this way. Just to come into it cold and get my warm-up done live. So you get to see the racing, warts and all. We'll use the remainder of this session to practice and do that warm-up. And then see if we can't get it next time.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I can't believe that dude let me pass. ACC AI loves their ruthless fucking pit maneuvers, man.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Some of the most either dumb or vengeful AI I've ever run across. They get mad when you pass them. And that's whether the aggression's up or not. Come on, fucker. I don't think there are any sort of gimme corners at Brands. That's probably about the closest one right there. I think that's Moss. They're just all technical corners. Turn in, Mitch. Turn in, not slide. Not. Ooh, buddy. Okay. I think now let's do a restart. I wonder if there's anything I can do to improve. It's doubtful. You know, I think because of the weight distribution, it probably would be okay to come in here with a little bit of extra, a few extra liters of fuel. Just to help put some weight on the nose of this heckin' thing. Let's bring some of that aero balance rearward, maybe. Might chunder steer a little bit, but maybe it'll help some of that over rotation and high speed. Although to be fair, the over rotation at high speed, let's give ourselves a little caster too. The over rotation at high speed on this track really has more to do with the short wheelbase of the Porsche rotating so easily, but also its rear engine gives it a weird sort of, I think that's called polar moment or whatever, where just when it starts to spin, there's so much mass back there that stopping the spin is next to impossible. So it's not really aero related as far as the over rotation goes. It's
stay double file.
It's the bumpiness unsettling the rear suspension, I think, more than anything. But if I can put more of that aero balance to the rear, even though that's not the cause of the problem, maybe it'll give me an assist. I don't know. Also, the bouncing at the rear as well could be sort of breaking the seal of the ground effects and losing me rear aero just from the bouncing.
Green light, go, go.
So like every setting in a good racing sim,
Clear on the left.
everything is interconnected.
Car
Everything
on the
has a
right.
knock-on effect to everything else. It's real easy to get into a positive feedback loop
Clear on the left.
that sets up cascading failures that result in you facing the wrong mother-scratching way out into the gravel trap.
Clear on the right.
But
Car on the left.
naturally, before I blame the road surface at Brand's
Clear on the
hatch
left.
or the car's stiffly sprung nature, at some point you need to tighten up the loose nut between the seat and the steering wheel.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
You got to get good. Because you are the weakest link. There's setup that you can do that makes the car faster. And then there's a lot of the setup that I do that is an attempt to mitigate the shortcomings of my own deeply lacking skill set. So unfortunately, a lot of the settings I do don't make the car faster. It just makes me less prone to fuck up. Alright, time to buckle in and focus. Try to move forward. Real easy to fuck up there in Clark. You absolutely have to be very patient with getting back on the throttle. Because you want to get back on the throttle a little bit earlier than you should. And it's right when the track starts to fall away from you that you're trying to turn the car and you get back on the throttle. And that's when you dig into yourself into some deep doo-doo up there. It's also real hard to nail a good late apex back there in what is that, Surtees? Obviously, it's a lot easier when you can see the apex and aim at it. But when it's a late apex, delaying your turn in can be a bit awkward, especially when you can't see the apex. Whoa, what the tits? I got a right front wheel off into the grass. It absolutely screwed me up there. Yeah, right there you can feel the suspension unload. You feel the car just slide out wide. As the road just tries to spit you off. As much of it does here.
We are at the halfway mark, still a way to go.
like I'm reeling that dude in a little bit, but I also have not paid attention to the gap. That was a little better. Now I got some slipstream on him. Hopefully he doesn't fuck me going through here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Wow, he gave me room. Miracles never cease. The Ferrari's on my podium. I'd like to take my podium back, sir. 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 That was some good defense, sir. Give it to you there. A little bit scared going around the outside of Paddock Hill. Considering how spiteful these AI are.
Car on the right.
Get them on the inside here.
Clear on the right.
Gotcha. Line up this dude. Get him too. Inside, outside, whatever. Just move, buddy.
Clear on the right.
.8 to the next dude. It's not good. Not with a minute 20 left. That ain't gonna happen. 6.2. Definitely not. Final lap.
Okay, we need him on the final lap now. Give it one lap.
I'm gonna. Saw that one coming when I dropped the wheel off on the entry. Excuse me. I pulled up about a second on him, but immediately lost it. Just ran out of laps. Ran out of talent. All of the above. I could make the race a little bit longer, but I don't know if
Bring it back to the pit safely.
a lengthy running down of P1 would not make it any more interesting. Well, there's me moving up. Audi giving me room. Look at that closing speed. I should have probably gone around the outside there and not been so chicken shit, but I knew it would have been so easy for him to just shove me off. Just to fucking hip check me out into the fucking kitty litter. They do that shit all the fucking time. I think I get him on the inside here at Surtees. Get the Aston coming up. I think is it Hawthorne? Boom. Then it's just a boring run to hold that position. It's a pretty car though. Great camera angles. Okay. Frommenweiler. Come on, Frommenweiler. Coming around Clark now. Come on, buddy. 3, 2, 1. Race over. Podium's calibration. I wonder if I could... I like the changes that I made here. Let's save them. And then let's experiment with some of this bumpiness. I don't necessarily want to lower the wheel rate. What if... Oh god, the fast bump and rebound is already heck of low. What if we just one click? What if we just one clicked it? What if that was a thing that we did? Just, yeah. That might be... I don't know. It could be in the wrong direction. It might make it worse. Might have no effect. Whatever. Let's see. Let's see. And yeah, 7 laps. I don't need 7 laps of fuel. But I kind of like... Honestly, with the weight distribution on this Porsche is so weird. With that heck of rear engine. It's almost better to run with a little bit too much fuel, at least for me, you know. But what the fuck do I know? What the fuck do I know? Not much, I'll tell you that. Not much. Because if I were better, if I did get good, I probably wouldn't be here doing single-player races against the AI. I'd be multiplayer lobbying the shit out of this game. But I'm not any good. So I'm gonna just keep messing around with these robots.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That was a pretty mighty start.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
And it continues into Druids.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Into Hill.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Now, since this is basically an outlap, I'm not really going to think about whether or not the changes that I made are good or bad. We'll wait till the next lap when the tires got some heat in them. Do a little more evaluation. How about you there, Mr. Audi? What the hell?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Although I really should reserve my judgment until this next lap here, I gotta say, I feel like that damper adjustment, even though it was just one click, I feel like it tamed this beast down a little bit. I feel like it made the bumps in this track a wee bit more manageable. Let's keep testing it out. Turned in too sharply there. That was 100% me. Got away with it though. Yeah, jury's still out, but goddamn, I think going down one click on those dampers was a good call. Obviously, in the video, you can't feel the force feedback that I'm getting, but you might be noticing slightly less world shake with the camera, which would indicate to you that the bumps seem a little less severe.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job.
But I can feel it in the steering wheel 100%. Definitely. You know, I'm sure whoever mapped those setups, if it was RS or not, is a better driver than me, and in addition to that, they have access to the Motec data tool, which I do not. So for them, the right setting might be with the dampers a little bit higher, but for me, down a click is definitely the way to go. mean, before I felt like I was in a bucket Bronco with just holding on for dear life.
Car on the left.
And now I feel like I have slightly more control over what's happening. Fuck yeah.
Car on the right.
Fuck yeah.
Clear on the right.
It's P1 right there. That is P1. And yeah, I know. It's just a single player race and the AI is only at 86%. Don't piss on my parade. It fucking feels good. Fucking feels good. Three minutes to go. Just got to keep the mistakes to a minimum. Keep them dudes behind. Gonna drive a little conservatively, because adverbs. Yeah, just gonna drive conservatively. Not try to set fastest laps or any bullshit like that. Just want to keep this 2-second lead. Not trying to set the world on fire. Just trying to bring this shit home in P1. And what for me is a difficult car track combo. Even if the AI aren't particularly as capable as they could be. Final lap coming up. Easy through Clark. Patient.
Alright, we've just started the final lap of the race at 80. Bring it home.
Finally managed it. Whew. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Old Frommenweiler bringing up the rear again. What's old Frommenweiler up to? In the old NSX. Okay. Let's check out those sweet, sweet highlights. Crazy frickin' start. I do wish this game had full race replays. If the game had full race replays, I'd do it like, instead of live streaming like this, I'd probably do more pre-recorded stuff like in Gran Turismo, and be racing from the main screen with the, you know, the live sort of racing footage. And if the rearview mirror in ACC didn't suck so badly, I'd have that up there, and then I could concurrently run the replay footage where my face cam is now. I just kind of like that setup. But without full race replay, you can't really do that. Not without pausing it every like 4 minutes or whatever and capturing the fucking replay and then trying to cut it all up and sync it up at the end, which is not a thing I'm willing to do. Alright, let's do the next one. Let's do the next one. I think, speaking of old Frommenweiler and the NSX that suffers a bit of turbo lag, let's do that one. Let's do that one. That one was a bit tricky. I don't know if the next one might not be so tricky. It's tricky in that it is a technical circuit, and that Honda NSX is, like I say, it's got a bit of turbo lag, so it's not just quite as fast. But we'll see. I like driving the car, though. It's a fun car to drive, but it's just, compared to the other on the field, it's a little slow, but obviously with the AI turned down to like over 86%, should be manageable, even with a car that's a little bit slower than what it should be. It's a shame, too, because it's a beautiful car, and it's really fun to drive. It has a great sound. It's got really very neutral handling for like a mid-engine car. It's just not super over-rotated like the Porsche. It's just a cool car. I wish it was a little bit faster in here. I wish it wasn't kind of underpowered feeling. What is my... Yes. Load. I always like doing a little bit extra caster. Gives me more feel on the steering wheel. It doesn't really do much to the vehicle handling other than it increases the amount like camber gain that you get in the corners. But outside of that, it's really just a It kind of helps give you more of the traditional console sort of force feedback where it's like the wheel is constantly trying to center itself, where, you know, ACC tends to not do that much because their focus is more on realistically depicting what a race car with power steering feels like, where if you play like Gran Turismo, it very much feels like it's there's no power steering, which I honestly kind of like. Maybe I'm just sort of used to that, but it took me a long time to get used to the way the feedback feels in ACC. And I love it now, but I do kind of wish it had a little bit more of that constant centering force that Gran Turismo has. If for no other reason than I feel with that constant centering pressure, it's easier to make more minute adjustments to the steering wheel, if that makes sense, because there's constant resistance to turning. That because there's resistance is there, I feel like you can turn in finer increments. And yeah, I know I could set the steering ratio and the set up the degrees of turning in the wheel, and I do all that stuff to my preferences. But with the constant centering force, I feel like I can make much more precise, small incremental changes to the steer angle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if that comes across, makes any sense or not, but is what it is. And holy crap, look how all that chatting got my tires like ice cubes over here. We're gonna just sit on these brakes and just cook them.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves.
Damn low tire pressure. Get some heat in those brakes. Get that out of the tires. Oh, they're cooking now.
Green line, go, go, go.
Also, not a whole lot of overtaking opportunities here at Zandvoort.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
So again, you have to make the most of your starts with the AI being really terrible in traffic
Clear on the right.
and on cold tires. And in this case, very cold. It is kind of funny that the longer you sit there and chat, just the colder your goddamn tires get. Even though there's tire blankets, so as soon as you do the setups, tires come out relatively warm.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do while I was at Brands Hatch there is save the setup with the lower damper settings. I'll just have to try to remember that next time. And probably fail because my memory's garbage. Alright, tires are getting close to operating pressure. Let's take that pressure and pile it onto some AI. But God, the handling of this car is so much more forgiving than that that Porsche.
Clear on the left.
I mean, I can tell already this early. It's just, you know, it might not be as easy to handle as some of the front engine cars, but goddamn, it's so much more forgiving and just comfortable to drive. That Porsche, like with it bouncing around there on Brands, it's so almost out of control at every turn. This one has a much more pleasurable driving feel. And kudos to Kunos for really making each and every car feel distinct from each other in the handling. It's incredible the work that they've done. I bitch about this game all the time because of how glitchy it is and how much it fucking crashes. But man, the shit that they got right, they've done better than anybody in the fucking field. The shit that they got right is goddamn stellar. I mean, it has to be right. With a game this glitchy and this bad of a frame rate. If it wasn't fucking phenomenal, I'd put it away and never come back to it. I mean, who would fucking play this game in this state? Like, let's ignore, you know, the PC users' experience, because they get to run this fucking game at 120 frames a second. It's silky smooth. It fucking almost never crashes. You know, fuck that. I'm talking about for console gamers. Who would put up with this fucking bullshit? Frame rate chugging down into a slideshow, constant crashing. Who would put up with that if the gameplay and the physics were not just best in class?
Car on the left. Well done, mate. Personal best.
People would put it away and never touch it again. But it lives on, even in its broken, janky fucking state. Because god damn it, it's a sweet, sweet sim racing nectar. That's better than any that we console racers have ever had access to. I know that sounds hyperbolic, but for console sim racers, it's the best we've ever had in the history of gaming consoles. I mean, it's goddamn... It's pretty much an objective statement at this point. It's not even subjective. There's a lot of other things that you can, criticisms that you can level at this game, but the physics aren't fucking one of them. Cannot wait to get my hands on one of the next-gen consoles so I can play this game and have it run smoothly.
Car on the left.
It'll probably be
Clear on the left.
fucking 6 months before I goddamn get one. Okay, P5. Let's focus.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. .7 seconds. Alright, let's mine the gap. Oh, that didn't do us any favors. .5, holy shit. Gaining on the driver ahead, 73. Fastest lap of the race. Great job, man.
Bit deep. Bit deep. It's too desperate. A little bit too try-hard going into one there. Here's where we close in right here. With my superlative downforce settings, I got this shit cranked up. I mean, fuck aero drag. I mean, it's not a high-speed track. You don't really have to worry about drag that much. You never even get the car into 6th gear. So I just dumped on all the aero downforce that this thing could fucking eat.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Fighting back, and I'm out in the marbles.
Clear on the left.
I was gonna say, but I'm on the inside for the next corner. Too dangerous. Get him here.
Clear on the left.
Close up on the next guy in 1.
Leaders on final lap.
Holy shit, final lap. Where the fuck did the time go? I've been sitting here chatting and not realizing that the whole race was going away in front of me. Right here.
Car on the right.
Right here.
Clear on the right.
That's my podium. That's my massive downforce. Look at that. Closing in on this high-speed shit.
Car
And then late braking here.
Clear on the left.
Now P1 is a bridge too far for this late in the final lap, but never stops me from putting the hammer down anyway. Woo! A little bit too much hammer. Oh, if I had one more lap, Mr. Aston, I would definitely get you. But we all know that ifs and buts were candy and nuts. What a wonderful Christmas it would be. Oh, just one more lap, maybe one more corner.
Leader has finished the race. Excellent job, man.
I'm not even going to murder him.
Bring it back home safely.
I like to do cool down lap murder, but I'm not even going to murder him in the cool down lap. That was a good final lap. Let's watch it. That's a pretty fucking car, man. That's one of the reasons. That's a beautiful livery too. I love like a black and red or a black and yellow, or really looks great. Again, it's amazing to drive. It feels so great to drive, and it's so beautiful. If it just had a little more power or a little less lag on the turbo or whatever, god damn, that car would be a fucking weapon. I do love driving it though. I don't give a shit. And fuck, if you love driving the car and you want a level playing field, you can. There is an option to just race against the same make and model car, just to make it a spec race where everybody's in the same car. Crank the AI as far as you can fucking handle it, and just race against a full field of Honda NSXs. Which is essentially what you do when you do the if you do the Porsche Cup race or the Lamborghini Super Trofeo race, because those are meant to be spec races, because neither of those cars are really genuinely competitive against a full GT3 field. So you take your Super Trofeo Lamborghini or your Porsche Cup car, and you just do a single make race where everybody's in the same equipment, and it's a blast. Then it's really fun. Really, the Porsche more so than the Lambo, the Super Trofeo. The handling is, for me, the handling on the Super Trofeo is super weird, is what the fuck it is. Especially out of the box. Like the default, like aggressive and safe setups for the Super Trofeo Lambo are so soft and mushy that the turn-in has no feel at all. You're understeering like crazy, but you can't. It feels so unresponsive. So you really have to crank. I mean, it's counterintuitive to, like, if you've driven the regular GT3 Lambos. They're really tightly sprung, and the rear has to be softer because the thing will wheel spin under acceleration like a motherfucker on you. So you're really kind of like with the regular GT3 Lambos, you're tuning the suspension, at least in my situation, I'm tuning the suspension a little bit softer for more mechanical grip because I'm not good enough to deal with something that's that stiffly sprung. However, so I went into the Super Trofeo racing with kind of that mindset as, oh, the Super Trofeo is going to be sprung a little bit stiffly for my liking. I'll need to soften it up. Not the case. The Super Trofeo needs to be jacked up a little bit. It needs to be stiffer. The stiffness will give you less grip and the tires will slide more, but that extra responsiveness on turn-in and feel through the steering wheel is just, for me, is critical to fucking make, to get around the track. Now, I have done, like, my stiffer setups versus the default, out of the box safe setup and aggressive setup or whatever. I've done my setup versus the out of the box, and they're both about the same lap times. I'm not going to say mine's better or faster setup, even when I'm the one driving, but it has a much better feel. The default setting is just hacking weird. Okay, so that's a 6-lap race. What's Mr. Yamada doing back there? What you doing, buddy? Oh, he's in the Nissan Chungus. Chungus boy is fun boy to ride. Speaking of forgiving handling, goddamn, anybody can drive the Chungus. If you can deal with a little bit of understeer or chundersteer. Chundersteer Chungus is pretty good beginner car. But there's better ones than that. Faster. Alright, let's not focus on this fucking replay too much. Let's try this again and see if we can win. Second place is a bit lame.
Going double file.
At least this time I haven't talked until my tires turn into ice cubes. Some moisture back in my effing contacts. And cook the brakes. And cook the brakes. And cook the brakes. And cook the brakes. Burn them up. Burn them up.
Green light, go, go, go.
Alright. Whoa. Contact. Oh man, I desperately tried to avoid that dude.
Car on the left.
I think I made a
Clear on the
little bit of
left.
contact with him, but most part I dodged him. He hit his brakes, and by the time I reacted, I knew I was fucked if I didn't ditch. I forgot I had the 100% damage on too. It was just kind of the instinct to not smash the dude in front.
Clear on the right.
Tires are much better this first lap than previous.
Car on the right.
So we'll have a much better lap 1 if I don't totally screw the pooch
Clear
here.
on the right. Car on the left.
Oh yeah, look
Clear
at
on the
that.
left.
Just walking by him. That's the benefits of cooking my brakes. My tires are warmed up faster than theirs.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That Porsche was being defensive. AF. Fam.
Car on the left.
He didn't defend this corner. Hey, Mr. Butley. Coming through.
Clear on the left.
Coming through, Mr. Butley. Thanks for not murdering me. I know you thought about it. Dick. Oh, yeah. That Porsche is on my podium and I want it back. Get the heck off my podium, son. You and the Merc and the Aston in front of you.
Car on the left.
Gotcha.
Clear on the left.
Gotcha. Superior front grip through superior aero.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Woo! Dive bomb. Woo! A little bit greedy on that loud pedal. All right, let's chase this Aston for a while. Or if he just lets us by, then we'll go by.
Car on the left.
Oh, shit, nuggets. Cock and balls. Fuck me in the dick. Oh. I threw it away. I threw it away.
Box is left. We have to repair the car.
Oh, we were doing well. We were doing well. Right up until the point where we weren't. I had to go and make contact. I had to go and hit the guy. Couldn't just leave well enough alone. I couldn't be, you know, less aggressive. I had to go and fucking hit the guy. Like a dork. Oh, that was a good ditch. That was where I fucking ditched. Dude slammed on the brakes and I fucking went way over to the pit exit. We both survived it though. That was the point, right? Alright, this is all well and good. Let's get to my fucking screw up. Towards the end of lap 2. Actually, let's get to the... We'll do the overtakes too. Where are we? No, I already done them there. There we go. Coming up on the Porsche and the Merc. Whoosh! Just dove in on him. Whoosh! Ah, remember these days? Remember how this felt? Doing well, not fucking up. Had the whole race in front of me. hadn't royally effed up. Was being patient, was like, hey, let's follow this dude. And then here he goes, giving me hope, going wide. Boom. Full lock. Full lock. Oh, to sadness. To sadness. Yes, restart. Yes, Mother Scratcher. Headlights for safety.
Stay in double file.
You stay in double file. This little formation lap here is a game I like to call I bet my tires will be warmer than your tires during this lap.
Green light, give it all you got. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
There goes Chungus
Car
boy.
on the left. Clear on the
Braking
left.
early again. I saw it coming this time. I didn't have to ditch.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car
Y'all
on the
should have
right.
warmed your tires up. Hey.
Clear on the right. Car on the left.
Y'all should
Clear
have
on the
better
left.
front arrow. Hey.
Car on the left.
Y'all should brake later. Hey. Woo. Sliding sideways is not fast ways. And that is because a sliding tire has no directional integrity. And them is words to drive by, y'all. Well, this Porsche battling this Boatley is really getting on my last nerve. Although, to be fair,
Car on the left.
that's a promising lap one, y'all. A very promising lap one. To be all the way in fourth at the end of that lap. I got 8 minutes to get up there. We just need to be patient. And again, it's Porsche, Merc, Aston.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That was a bit sketchy.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That was ill-advised. Luckily gave each other room there.
Car on the left.
Fair enough.
Clear on the left.
He's gonna try me. But he didn't get me because I had the inside line. Good try, buddy. I would have gone for it too. You just had the outside and that didn't work. If he'd have been on the inside, I probably wouldn't have been able to defend there.
Fastest lap of the race, man. Good job.
That fucking inside curb is a beast. This one too. Look at that shit. Fucking sidewall climbs up on that shit, and you're all kind of unsettled. It will really be weird to see Formula One cars there next year. Assuming they get to race there next year. It's a really cool racetrack, but I think it's probably a little bit too small for a Formula One. As well as, you know, where the fuck are they going to overtake? Speaking of which, where am I going to get by this fucking Merc? I need to get working on that.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so far.
As if right on cue, huh?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
All right, 4 minutes. Let's run him down. Shit. Deep, deep, deep. Come on, less than a second.
Fastest lap of the race, man. Good job.
Way less than a second. Got him.
Clear on the left.
Got him. Gotta be careful. No more late breaking into this one. turn in. Back on an upshift. Final lap.
Alright, we're in the final lap, let's get it. Bring it on.
These fucking curbs. Some of these curbs are like fucking Nürburgring curbs, Nordschleife curbs. Oh my god, that was not being careful. Fucking tires are cooked.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Dumbass. Another one I threw away. Oh well. Shit's just sliding all over the place now. Cool down lap murder? Why, I'd love some. Thank you.
Job, man. Need to bring it back to the
Here's the battle. Man, that looks great. It looks so good. Just neck and neck through those curves, and then I get him, and I hold on to it for almost a full lap. Let's bump it forward. There it is. Look at that slide. Oh, man. Let's get a better angle on that. Let's go helicam. And let's go half speed. Look at that shit. I turn in too sharply. Fucking ass starts sliding around. I'm full counter steering lock. It catches and then spins me right back around. Oh. And by the time I get it, I can't believe I didn't fucking lose second place too. I can't believe that Merc didn't get by. That's crazy. Now let's get to murder cam. Here comes the murder. Full 6-gear murder. Boosh! Crunk. It was a murder-suicide is what that was. Okay. And I'm not gonna do this one over. I mean, fuck. I'm sitting there leading and then just threw it away. It's clear that this... I can do it. I just need to not dork up so hard. Come on, Mr. Chungus. You can do it. You can cross the finish line, Mr. Chumungus. I'm in there P2, just happy I survived. All right. Let's do the next one. So the next one is, I think we'll do a Super Trofeo race. I got set up. Yes. Okay. Yes. Hungary. Super Trofeo. Same deal as before. All right. This is what I was talking about before, where the default settings, look how low the front wheel rate is and how high relatively the rear wheel rate is. That's bizarre. It's typically, that's kind of flipped because these cars are so over. Well, I don't think I set up this thing right, did I? No, I did. It's all Super Trofeos. Okay. But yeah, this is all... Oh, it's all weird. It's like a really high slow bump and rebound, but a relatively low fast bump and rebound, and this mushy front end where you can't fucking feel shit. I mean, maybe it has more grip, but it's just weird to get used to. So we're going to do mine, which you can see here. It's much stiffer in the front. Those settings are a little bit different too. Got this aero cranked up reasonably high. I don't know. I don't know. I'm tempted to adjust the dampers because I was so successful doing that on the Porsche at Brands. I don't think I need it here. We'll see. What is the fuel that I've got? 24 liters? Whatever, it's fine.
Going double file.
I want half my screen real estate back. Yeah, I think let's go hood cam. I like driving from the cockpit. But because ACC on consoles will not give us camera or FOV settings.
Green light. Give it all you can.
This shit takes up too much real estate.
Car on the left. Clear
Especially
on
on
the
a
left.
stream.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Got some light damage in the front. left.
Boy, I ping-ponged around there so hard, I have no idea how I survived that. None at all. Yeah, but this thing feels hell of weird in comparison to its GT3 counterpart. Plus, it's older too. I think it's like a 2015 or 2014. I can't remember what year it is, but they definitely made some advances. Oh fuck!
Car on the left.
Easy, Dickalicious.
Clear on the left.
What the fuck? This AIs.
Car on the right.
They're such cocks, man. Look at there's another one. Jesus, what the titty balls, people? And that was all me. I'd like to blame the AI, but that was me being too greedy on the loud pedal. Let's just do this whole fucking thing over again, because fuck that.
Stay double file.
Dive bomb!
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, fuck y'all! Fuck y'all! Fuck all y'all! That's definitely a fuck all y'all start. Motherfuck all y'all! Hey! Whoa. God, coming fresh off of that Honda NSX that's so comfortable and so easy to drive. This is not that. This is very much different. This is harder to drive, I think, than that Porsche. Really and truly. Stop it! It's so difficult to get this car to do exactly what you want it to do, and to know that it's being done.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Fucking handling on this turd makes this car feel like a goddamn recalcitrant child. Trust me, as a former recalcitrant child, I know what that's all about. You want to upshift there, but don't. Just don't. You may can get one here, but you don't keep it for long. Alright, 4 seconds to run down that leader. Jesus. This thing slides all over the place. Fucking balls. Titty balls.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Fuck. Why am I doing this to myself?
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Well, maybe re-overtaking these dudes will be more interesting than running down a leader and failing. This corner takes an eternity.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Good luck respecting those track limits and getting any speed.
You're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
You're at the halfway mark. I will respect those track limits when they respect me. I tell you what. Those track limits need to learn that respect is earned. Human DRS, tuck in. Tuck in. Ooh, that's a closing rate and a half. This car handles like shit. Just like shit. Like fetid corn choke dog shit.
Car on the left.
Gotcha.
Clear on the left.
Did I? No, I didn't. Well, that's a bold. That's a bold defense. He's still at it. Poor guy missed his opportunity to pull the pit maneuver on me. I'm sure he's lamenting that in his little heckin' robot brain right now. Damn, dude. Is it just me, or is that a bit of a late defense? Doesn't matter. You can still definitely go have sex with yourself.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Car on the right, car on the left, clear on the right. Shut up. Don't you fucking whore, you dirty whore. Oh, I got murdered. I got murdered. I got murdered. Now my tires are overheating. Holy shit. Woo. The Super Trofeo Cup car is a piece of shit to drive, but I'll be goddamn if it don't look pretty. If it only drove half as well as it looked, it'd be 3 times fun as it is. Because math. I'm like, whoa, dude, whoa, what the hell? How far away is my fuck up? Oh, way too far away. Let's get to it. Yeah, let's get to the fuck up. Well, that front suspension is just slammed. It looks like the front tires are just riding on the upper inside of the fender well. There it is. I was trying to save it, couldn't. Well, that's what happens when you build a car that's shaped like a wedge of cheese. It lifts up whatever you crash into and throws it into the fucking air.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
You're on the final lap. You give it all you can. Mother Scratcher, you're not the boss of me.
Go in double file.
Lights on for safety. Lights on for safety. Hit him up. Move him out.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right.
Look at this shit. It's like Moses mode.
Clear on the right. All clear. Car on the right. Clear
Full
right.
Moses. Full Moses mode.
All clear. Clear on the right.
Look at that shit.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
God dang, Red Sea's done parted. Tell you what. And there's no way I'm gonna sit up here in front and not make any mistakes for 10 minutes. No way. But I'm gonna try. Pop, 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 pop. I do like how this this Lambo and the Ferrari 488, like for cars that are as expensive as they are, at least they come with a with a fucking popcorn maker in the back. Because every time you lift up the throttle, it's pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Popcorn's ready. Pop, 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 pop. Oh god, that corner takes 2.76 centuries to get around. This track is so much more fun in a car that doesn't fucking handle like garbage. This car feels like I'm driving a goddamn cement truck with mashed potatoes for wheels. Don't you tell me I didn't gain any time race control. Pop, 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 pop. I'll go up to race control after this race and make him eat all the popcorn that I just fucking made. I can't even pull a gap on these guys. They're still right behind me. Just waiting to pounce as soon as I fuck up, which I will fuck up. They're gonna pounce. Because me keeping it together and being mistake-free for another 6 minutes ain't gonna happen. Oh, that was a good exit. Look at me shifting up there.
Not over yet.
Right where I said don't upshift. Pop, 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 pop. God, they're still right there. Just right there.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job.
Pop, pop, pop. Up, up, up. Shit. Nuggets. They gained a half a second by that fuck up that I just made. Stop it. I will fucking turn this car around, son. Eight tenths. The dude is 8 tenths. He's so close, he's in my slipstream. And I got 2 laps to go. Not heckin' cool. Fucking... I knew it! It's only a matter of goddamn time. Motherfucker, and he was half a second behind me, too. Half a second back.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I spin once and I go down fucking 10 places. Or 9, whatever.
Leaders on final lap now.
Whatever.
We've got some light damage on the front.
Okay.
Car on the left. Clear
It's
on the
murder
left.
time. Fuck this race. Fuck this car. This thing handles like shit. It definitely handles like shit now that I've got damage. I got 100% damage turned on. But it handles like shit even when it's not damaged. So we are going to make it to the start-finish line, hopefully. And then we are going to commit a heinous act of cool-down lap murder. Good Lord. This car is fucked. The suspension is fucked. All right. So we
Finished the race.
went from pretty much dead first to to pretty much dead last. And now we're just going for dead. Because murder. Here it comes. Top speed, full gear. Send it murder. You think? Okay. Fuck it. Let's just get to the murder. Filthy. Filthy. Murder. Boom! That was a glancing blow. It was not as much of an impact as I had hoped. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not going to restart this one because I don't think it's a fun race to watch. It was definitely not a fun race to drive because that car handles like dog shit. So, let's get out of here. I think I got one more set up for us. That is a Group 4 race. Yeah. Got one more set up. So let's go to the GT4 category. We're going to go Ginetta Jorge Cabezas Catalan. We're taking it to Zolder in Belgium. Same race settings. Because why not? Now, one of the reasons that I like taking the GT4s here to Zolder while we get the setup loaded is because Zolder is a very short track, maybe a little too short for the GT3s, I think. But also one of the disadvantages to the GT4s is they have virtually no downforce, no aero, and definitely almost no ground effects because the cars sit a lot higher and the ride height is much higher than the GT3 cars. So the GT3 cars sit really low and get all that ground effect downforce. But as a consequence, they're very susceptible to bottoming out, especially if you go over the curbs. Now, because the GT4s don't get that ground effect because their ride height is too high, it means you can really attack the curbs. You can just jump the fucking curbs and eat curbs for lunch on a GT4 car. They're not as fast as the GT3. Can't corner as fast because of the lack of downforce, but they eat curbs. And because they're a little bit slower than a GT3 and because they eat curbs, I think Zolder is a great track to do the GT4s on.
Stay double file.
Now we got to get used to some of this right-hand drive mess. Because what? Oh, and if you look at the tires, you see how they're
Low
just...
tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
You see how blue those tires and brakes are. There's no tire warmers in GT4. So if you think the GT3 cars start out with the tires cold, they ain't got shit on the GT4s.
Green light, go, go, go.
Those things are fucking... I'm racing on ice cream sandwiches is what I'm doing.
Got some light damage on the front of the car.
Lights on for safety.
Going double file.
Yeah, so now here we're at our first attempt at Zolder in the GT4 car, because we definitely have not started this race and started over. This is our 100% our first attempt. Let's get these tires warmed up.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves. Green light. Show them where you go.
Alright, let's get up there. Doesn't look like we're going to get the Moses effect this time.
Got some light damage.
Jesus. I really need to cut that out. That's not cool.
Clear on the right.
Okay, let's get around Zolder here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Let's keep getting around Zolder until we get older. But there's that E-Sky car is a Maserati.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Easy, buddy. Just talking about you. That Maserati is a beast to drive because there's no electronics, no ABS, no traction control,
Clear on the right.
and in GT4 virtually no downforce. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, that Maserati is a mother scratcher to drive. I definitely need some more practice before I try to drive that one in a Vidya or a Strim. Boy, some heat in these tires would be really nice about right now.
Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I can just ride these curves all day in the GT4 car. It's kind of liberating.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You'll be able to see the ride height a lot better in these cars when we get to like a replay camera when something happens. Especially compared to those GT3 cars. They're so low to the ground. When you watch the replay on this from the external camera, you can actually see daylight underneath the fucking car. Hitting those curves that I just went over right there in a GT3 car. Bad news.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Well, the bottom 10 cars just kind of let me walk right by them. I don't know if the top 5 will be so courteous. Although I don't know if I'll even get there because we did not exactly have a monster start.
Clear on the left.
Well, that one did. Thank you, Mr. Audi. Curb eater. Don't you do it. I saw that fucking KTM crossbow back there thinking about doing a pit maneuver. I saw you. I saw you on the radar lining up against my left rear quarter panel. Motherfucker.
We are at the halfway mark. Still a way to go.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I did it to them. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But as many times as they've fucking done it to me, I'm not giving it back. They can choke on a bag of donkey wanks. I guess I'm giving it back. Maybe not. I thought I'd be giving it back. Instead, I just let P3 clear out. Get 6 seconds up on the road on me. 6 seconds up the road. Damn language. Okay, that may have been a bit much curb. I'm closing on him, but not by nearly enough. Oh yeah, this little Jannetta too is a joy to drive. Especially after driving that fucking Super Trofeo Cup car. God damn. Fucking thing is a mess. By comparison, just Jannetta is absolute joy. God, see how much of that fucking curb I ate. Now I just ate shit. Went from eating curbs to eating shit. Oh yeah, she's fucked. She's done. I done damaged her. I realize you can't see my steering wheel, but my steering wheel is about 15-20 degrees off center to drive straight. We're fucked. We're fucked. Yeah, I gotta start over. Car is broken. The car is broken.
Stay in double file.
Ah, that's right. That last attempt was abysmal anyway.
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs. line. Go, go, go. Car on the right.
Well, at least I wasn't
Clear on the
5
right.
miles back when the green flag dropped this
Car on
time.
the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Beer on the left. Come on there, Aston. What the fuck? Whew. Cold ass tires. Cold ass tires.
Go in double file. Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves. Green line. Go, go, go. Car on the right.
Still going up the inside.
Clear on the right.
Give me room. I'm getting in the marbles. I don't
Clear
care.
on the right.
I don't care. Now just don't hit the big giant white Aston Martin in front of me.
Clear
And
on the
maybe I
left.
can survive the turn 3.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
God, it feels so slow. Everybody on cold tires.
Clear on the right.
Being overly patient.
Car on the left.
Well, don't defend it
Clear on the
then.
left.
See if I care. Let me by, whatever.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Come on, dude. Get a move on.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Shit.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. to step on the race, man. Good job.
Balls. Alright. Now that car up in front of us, if you live in America,
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
especially in the South, you know that to be a Chevy Camaro. However, if you've ever heard an Englishman pronounce that word, you will know how strangely those noises they make will hit your ear. Because they often call that thing a Chevy Camaro. That's a Camaro.
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
It's not a Chevy Camaro. Not today, not tomorrow. That's a motherfucking Camaro, bitches. It might be your language, but that's our Camaro. But anyway, that's us in the lead now. Let's see if we can keep it together for 4 or 5 minutes. Don't you fucking do it. Don't. God damn it.
Got some light damage on the front of the car.
Son of a whore. Of course. Of course, can't get it to face the right way.
Severe damage on the rear of the car. Box is that we have to repair the car.
Oh, yeah, we're fucked. We're fucked. We threw it away. We're fucked. Let's watch it.